Hello everyone, it's me Leslie here with another video. I just wanted to make this video because I really wanted to share what happened yesterday. So yesterday was Saturday here, September 17th, and I just needed some time near the water, so I decided to drive out to the beach, and I actually spent the entire day there. It was just so relaxing, and I walked around for several hours and walked in the water and sat on the benches and ate some ice cream. I did all of that exciting stuff, and I did it by myself because, sometimes it's fun to be alone and be reflective. And so that's what I did yesterday. But something happened that kind of changed the dynamic of my day. Many things happened. I met some really nice people. A lot of little kids waved at me. There was something interesting about being going to the beach by myself without a friend. A lot of people were like smiling at me, wanting to walk with me. A couple people sat next to me on the bench. Somebody sat with me on the sand. I wasn't necessarily wanting. I didn't need anybody to talk to me. However, I guess I don't know. I looked approachable, so people approached me. It was nice. It was a nice day. But what happened was, I went and got some ice cream, and I thought it would be a great idea to sit and look at the waves and watch people having fun on the beach while I was eating. But all of a sudden, I heard when I was sitting on the bench. So let me set up the scene a little bit. I was sitting on the bench, and in Virginia Beach, Virginia, there is like a boardwalk where people can walk, they can run, they can walk their dog. It's so fun. And you have so many options of what you can do. Everybody can wear you can wear your bathing suit. You can not wear, you can just wear your regular clothes. You can wear your gym clothes. It doesn't even matter. You can walk around with a towel on. Um, it's just that relaxed. Everybody's in the sun having a good time. So on the bench, you're facing the water, and you can eat. You can sleep on the bench. You can do a whole bunch of stuff. And behind you, there are typically like different hotels. There are hotels lined up all over the beach. So I was sitting on one of the benches, looking out at the water, enjoying listening to the sea, smelling the fresh air, looking at the dogs. When all of a sudden, I just heard a bunch of yelling, harsh sounds coming from behind me. I'm used to really loud noises because I've been doing a lot of city living, and so I try not to pay too much attention to really harsh, loud noises. I don't like to give those things too much attention, um, especially if I feel relatively safe in the area I'm in. I like to just kind of mind my own business. In that sense, that's just how I feel about that scenario. Anyway, so I heard a bunch of yelling, and I was just like, okay, there's some yelling in the hotels behind me. That's normal. People will just kind of do whatever they want to do in the hotels, just kind of have a good time or not, whatever they're doing. And then next thing I knew, I felt like the energy of the yelling was being directed towards me. But I mean, I was enjoying my ice cream, and I didn't want to pay it any attention. I didn't hear the words that were being said. And then I heard a loud thump near me. And so I looked around, and I could feel that it was coming from like a balcony of the hotel. And I looked up, and there were a whole bunch of teenagers looking at me. And then they like ran in the building. It was at the Holiday Inn Express at Virginia Beach. And all of a sudden, like I looked up, I directed my gaze towards them, and so they ran inside, closed the glass door, and started staring at me. And so I was like, okay, whatever. They're teenagers. It's over. They had a good time throwing a select object at me. So I turned around to enjoy my ice cream once again, and all of a sudden I heard a loud thud right next to the bench I was sitting on, and it was a full can of Fanta orange soda. And things got real really fast. And I stood up. I looked back at the balcony once again. This time there was a family on the floor below them looking at the people too and looking at me. And the guy was just like, "Hey, you can't do that." He yelled it at the kids throwing things from the 6th floor of the Holiday Express Inn or whatever it was called. And I said, "Hey, which floor is that?" He was like, "Well, I think it's the 6th floor." So I was like, "Thanks." And I had to stop my day. I had to stop what I was doing, which was enjoying myself. I had to stop what I was doing. I went inside the Holiday Express Inn on Atlantic Ave or whatever it was. And I told the manager, I said, "Hey, there's a problem. Kids are throwing, about 5 kids are throwing objects at me from out the window and yelling racial slurs." And I said, "I think I'm experiencing like an act of hate." And she said, "Oh my gosh, we're on top of it. I'm gonna get the security guy to take care of the situation now." I said, "Okay, thanks." And I let that be the end of it. I'm telling this story because I was having a wonderful day. And after the situation occurred, I still had a wonderful day. And the point I'm trying to make is that those kids didn't know me. Those kids didn't know why I was at the beach. Those kids knew nothing about me except for that I was alone and that my skin was brown. Or black. I mean, whatever you want to call it. And I'm not a victim. And even though those kids tried to direct their hate towards me, actually it caused me to feel scared at first, because that can could have hit me, but it didn't because that just wasn't the point. They wanted to hit me. However, it wasn't their lucky day. Whatever, I'm protected. I feel protected. They didn't deserve to hit me, and they didn't. I'm not a victim. They don't know that I've been working on children's books to help with kids like them. I mean, I want to help with people's self-worth. I have helped myself, love myself, and my ultimate goal is to help youth know how to respect themselves and love themselves. I have compassion for those kids. At the heart of what I'm trying to say is that I have compassion for those children that were, I'm assuming like 14 or 15. When I was walking around the building of the hotel to go tell on them, essentially, I heard one of them say, "I'm sorry." And I felt so badly for them because where does that hate stem from? And how must you feel in your body to harbor so much hate that you would take the time to throw objects at another human being? The amount of hate that those teenagers must experience in their household to direct such hate. I feel my heart goes out to them. I have compassion for them. I am sure embarrassment for all involved has occurred. The family watching the teenagers, how they must have felt embarrassed. Their skin color, who cares? Who cares what they look like? I'm not going to divulge that information. Who cares? Who cares what the family that looked at them in disapproval? Who cares what they look like? It's not about that. We're all individuals coming from different circumstances. And as adults, my philosophy is be the change that you want to see. Be the change you want to see. If you don't want others to put you in a box, don't put someone else in a box. If you don't want people to think a certain way because of your skin tone, don't look at people and assume something about them because of their skin tone. If you want others to lessen their ignorance, lessen your ignorance. If you want someone to love you, love yourself. If you want to help others, help yourself. I am nobody's victim, and I proved that to myself yesterday when I overcame the obvious hate in the form of energy that was thrown my way and the physical reality of a can. I'm nobody's victim. I am a strong, thoughtful, caring, sweet, genuine being. I love myself. I love you all. I am striving to be what I want to see in the world, which is just a positive energy. And that's all we can do. That's all we can do. Change ourselves for the better so that we see that change in the world. I'm writing self-worth books. I've worked on my self-worth, self-respect, because that's the change I want to see for the world. I am a strong, ambitious lady. I'm a strong, ambitious, loving human being. I see the love inside of others. I look into others' eyes because I want for others to look into my eyes and see that all I am is a loving being that loves herself and loves you. So I had a wonderful time at the beach. And I met a lot of awesome people. And I saw a lot of awesome kids doing awesome stuff. People loving the sun and fresh air. It was awesome. And my time yesterday was awesome. And anyway, I just wanted to share that story. Let's be the flower that blossoms in adversity. Let's be that. Let's be that. Just because a sour situation occurs, that happened in that moment. We can, if we're still alive after that, we can still have a good day. And everybody's not like whoever tried to ruin your day. Everybody's not like that. They're not that strong. They're not strong enough to ruin your day. And let's not let them. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. I hope that you are having a bright day. And until next time, bye.